Do you want me to do my
Yeah,
intro?
your intro is kind of where we're going with this.
Okay. Welcome back, officers and folks. Of course, Honorable Police Chief APGains. Did I do it? Yeah, it feels good. I'm back.
Looks like we're being invaded, but this time.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Not the body snatchers, though.
The body snatchers.
Thank
Has
God.
anybody seen
So that could be a new-
scanners?
Scanners. No, I have no idea. That one went over my head.
Only imagine.
Well, nice to hear starting like yours. You got that all dialed down where we do this, where I go, this guy here on the left, which is, I think, me this time, and then there's that guy over there on the right. I did a great job in putting my camera inverted, so now I gotta go and look this way.
What's going on, my Raiders? Jank here in the house. Pinkies up, everybody.
Pinkies up. Got a little regal action going.
Gotta make it respectable, you know?
Respectable.
Amen, brother.
So, AP, we're so happy to have you. I gotta tell you,
Well,
it's been a lovely trip watching you guys, you know, all the streamers, honestly. And to be able to have just somebody actually come on and just sit with us and chat is great.
I'm happy to be here. I've only been recognized in public once, and it was the most awkward thing ever. So I think this is my preferable version of interacting with people who know who I am. But it wasn't that awkward. It was really random though. It was like it was like a 1 a.m. flight to like Eugene, Oregon. The guy sitting next to me was like, "Are you APGains?" I'm like, "There's no shot, dude. There's no shot."
So you're saying you're big in
Oh my
Eugene,
God.
Oregon?
I'm huge, dude. I'm huge between people who travel to Eugene, Oregon, I guess, on 1 a.m. red eyes, but you know,
Almost big as
it's
Eugene
a fine
himself.
demographic. Not as big as Eugene himself.
Nobody's
Huge
as big
guy.
as Eugene himself.
That's impressive. We've had Gridden and Bit Dynasty on, and been on with, we've been on with Heinze. Some idiot fell asleep during it and ended up doing a shoey anyway.
Weren't that excited or what?
You didn't have your volume up, man. The Heinze hype train gets me going every time.
Yes.
I heard the actual AC/DC song in the car the other day, and I had trouble remembering the real lyrics. I was like, what are the actual lyrics to this song? I kept going, Heinze hype train, running. I'm like, okay. I should probably snap back into normal person mode at some point in my life. Well, apparently it doesn't seem like this game will ever die, so it doesn't seem like there's a point.
Well, it's not Lord of the Rings, so I think we got that going for it.
I mean,
God,
we've hit
dude,
the evolution of now having Gungans. I mean,
that is crazy. I never thought we'd see Gungans, but I was so upset when homie died. I actually was like really like I felt sick. I felt like my grandma died. It was really weird feeling. I know literally no one else cared except for me for some reason, but I was heartbroken, man. That was a tough. When I was actually really enjoying homie, man. It was actually pretty fun, but I guess their $100 packs didn't really pop off enough for them to justify it, I guess. So sad.
oh,
But Gungan, on the other hand,
okay. This is how fast I am. I just figured out what Homie is. So yeah, I love that game. It was so. I mean, love's a strong word. I mean, I paid money for the addiction, but I enjoyed it. I was thinking they did some things on there, but that was such a weird interaction.
I was so I was like the. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I can swear.
No,
I'm
it's
so
all
used to swearing on my own
We'll get
video.
Yeah, there's dozens of people that'll be hurt by that, so you can.
It's so funny. I remember the first time I ever did not the first time I ever did a video with Arnold, but maybe one of the second or third or fourth times, I accidentally just started swearing in a rant. I remember laughing. It's like, dude, do I need to edit that out? I'm like, no, the people will love it. I remember going through the comments 99%. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then one comment was like, I can't believe how uncivilized this young man is. His parents should have taught him better. I'm like, oh, God damn. But yeah, it was so weird. I was like the apologist for that game. Like, oh, they always take a long break over the weekend. Like, they haven't even said anything for Galaxy of Heroes, and that's their cash cow. I'm sure they'll be back. And then as the months went on, I was like, yeah, they're just waiting for the refund policy to expire, and then they're gonna sail off into the sunset.
They're gonna get on the boat and go off to the land of the undying.
Yeah. I finally got a 6-star Gandalf, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna have a 7-star Gandalf before PvP even comes out. It's gonna be lit. And then just nothing.
That was the kick in the teeth right afterwards. I'm like, I get Gandalf, and then a week later, they're like, oh, we're gonna cancel this. I'm like,
It sucked too, because I I was like the first American person on the beta, like a few minutes after it went live in the Philippines. And I think I like low-key killed the game before it even started. I remember there was like I had like 2,000 people watching my stream. All was calling me on Discord. Everyone was saying this game looks graphics are terrible, the art's terrible. CG developers were like calling me during the stream on Discord, being like, "Yo, like, can you send them these screenshots that we took? Like, the game actually looks nice. It's I swear it's not like this." And I think I knew at that point that it was destined to fail at that point.
You killed it.
There was too much bad PR right off the rip. I was like, "There's no way they recover from this," and I guess I was right.
And why didn't they even advertise it at that point? I mean, it just seemed like they slid it out there.
It gave me really weird, like they had no, like they gave like some idiot the job to like oversee the game. He had no idea what he was doing. That's the vibe that I got. They had absolutely no idea what they were doing. To be fair, most of the people that made Galaxy of Heroes great left a long time ago, and they kind of just are using the existing bones and doing the same stuff that's already been done. So I think it was probably largely that.
They're keeping the model. They don't have Carrie.
Carrie was actually before my time. I hear the legends, but I wasn't around back then.
The rumors of the beta testers getting flown out just to see the new stuff.
I mean, I've heard the first-hand accounts from Cubs and Mobile and all the stuff like that about like all the lore from the inception to like the Russia Gate to all that stuff. There's a fun history there of why CG doesn't really love anyone anymore. There was even that like weird era where they were trying to like prop up their own YouTubers. They did the same thing on Heroes of Middle-earth. And it's just like they've gone through so many weird gambits in their careers, trying to figure out how to not be hated, and none of it ever really worked.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is the other one was when they went after Arnold.
I mean, that was pretty stupid.
He's one of your loudest supporters and platformers, but now you're gonna tear him out.
Yeah, I do like that he exists on their Wikipedia page to this day. That was funny. I think it's gotta be one of the greatest flexes of all time. Under law, there's a lawyer under lawsuits on their Wikipedia page, like a $2 billion game. I would definitely be screenshotting that, printing it out, and showing my grandchildren.
Do you follow the Disney series, or?
I'm gonna watch all of them. I loved Andor. That batch is good. Mando's good.
I did not like Kenobi.
Oh, I forgot about
Kenobi.
I enjoyed it too. I think I enjoy more since I have spent so long doing YouTube. I think I enjoy more watching other YouTubers be really mad at Disney for
being Disney.
Yeah. Like whenever I see videos like Kenobi marks the end of Star Wars as we know it, I'm like, what do you? It's like it was a show and it was like, okay. Some people thought it was good. I don't know how that marks the end of Disney as we know it, but I think Star Wars fans are just a little too. I don't do exaggerate.
Kind of like when there was a little more of a, I don't know if you want to say a gritty storyline because we're talking Disney, but Andor was more dark and serious, sort of. But then also my other favorite Disney Star Wars was Rogue One, just because I felt like it was a little more.
There were stakes.
Yeah,
Rogue One was really good. I don't know if you saw the trailer for the Acolyte, I think it's called.
I haven't watched it yet, but it keeps popping up on my YouTube.
I think it's probably a little gritty. I think it's about like a Sith apprentice or something, like just killing a bunch of Jedi. I don't know. I couldn't quite ascertain what the actual story was about, but it appears that it's going to be a little bit more rough and rugged than, say, like Bad Batch or Mando. Mando feels like that's like made for like my little niece or something. I feel like there's never anything serious happening.
It's getting there. It started off with that very cowboy, Wild West aspect to it, and now it's gotten a little bit more family friendly. What did you think about Ahsoka?
Oh shit, I forgot about Ahsoka. I mean, it was really sad knowing that I can't remember his name, but the actor that passed away before the series ever came out, so they're gonna have to replace him. So there was this air of sadness going over the whole series, but I thought it was good. I mean, I love Thrawn. I love Ahsoka. The new characters are all cool. I think Ezra surprised me a little bit when I saw the casting. I was like, oh, we'll see how this works. But I think they did a really good job casting Ezra too.
Ezra and Sabine, for that matter.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about her all of a sudden becoming force sensitive though.
Yeah, I feel like they do that a lot. Omega's force sensitive, Sabine's force sensitive. I feel like they're just trying to like That show is not interesting enough.
Add in the Cartman, put a chick in it, make her gay.
Make you gay. I was just gonna say that too. I was like, they were pulling the Eric Cartman, put a chick in it or give her the Force.
Yeah.
I think one of the best anti-Disney arguments that I've heard in a long time, I can't remember what movie they used to compare it, but it's like people were really, you remember when the sequel movies came out, people were really shitting on the actress that played Rey for being like awful and like really big on Disney being like, why are you making like, why does it have to be woke and a woman and all this stuff? I remember someone did like a video essay, like the problem was like, not that it's like women with the Force, it's just that like they write the characters so awfully, and I can't remember. I wish I knew what they used to compare it. Maybe it was like Furiosa and like Mad Max.
Well, they compared it to Hayden, you know.
Well, the writing was bad with Hayden, yeah, but the point was like people don't hate you because you have women main characters. They hate you because your women main characters are fucking stupid.
Yes.
And I was like,
that is
there's
a very
some
accurate
episodes.
statement.
There's some episodes of Ahsoka where Ahsoka and every character are written so well. I'm like, this is amazing Star Wars. And then there's some episodes where everyone is like corny as I'm just like, this is not what I want to watch. I'm like, can't you just find one director, one writer who made a good episode, make him or her make the entire season? I don't want to have a different director and writer for every single episode. One episode is like amazing because Favreau was a big part of it, and then they gave some other person this episode and everyone seems like they're talking like cartoon characters. It's so inconsistent, and I think the shows are getting backlash because they're so inconsistent between this episode is great, this episode is okay, and this episode is
I like the episode where they have like Kevin Smith directing it, so they would be talking about how they're going to be fighting something, and then you'd see him walk off screen and walk back on and continue talking about Jade or something.
Yeah. There's definitely
$15, little man. Put that money in my hand.
You'll owe me, owe me, owe.
I think we got AP. Did we get you on that one?
I think you got me on that one.
Okay,
I know my hair sticks up quite a bit, but stuff still goes over my head from time to time.
That was from Clerks.
No idea what that is.
Jay and Silent Bob?
Jay and Silent Bob.
If it came out before 2003, there's no way I've seen it.
Okay, you have the internet, so that's no excuse anymore.
Okay, well.
Look up Clerks. All right, Kevin Smith, before he did the trash of He-Man.
I don't know what He-Man is either. I mean, I've seen the cartoon picture.
That was it. Yeah, that was He-Man. But before he did that, his start was with a movie called Clerks, and it's all in black and white. And there's a lot of them. Oh yes, now there is. It started off though with the first one in black and white, and that one has Jay and Silent Bob. It has Dante and everybody, and they're dealing with their issues. And Dante understands that his girlfriend has had oral relations with 37 men. 37. I mean,
Kevin Smith, is he the guy that has that like show about comic books?
Yes.
Oh, I only know him as the guy from that show that talks about comic books. He's like advertised on like AMC or I watched it in like 8th grade.
His biggest movie, I think, was Dogma, where they put the most money into it.
Yeah, they had Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. They had, we could go on. We are off the rails like a prom dress. We'll talk about that after. It comes down to you have the nerds that want to do things, the Dave Filonis that pop in and do the great things. And it's like I saw YouTube where Dave completely forgot that Padme and Shmi had met each other and had written a line about Anakin talking to his mother and was like, I met a woman and I wish you could have met her. The actor that voices Darth Maul, Ray, I can't remember it right now. He does the Kenobi yell.
Yeah, I know you're talking. I know what his face looks like. I don't know his name.
Yeah, he's an actor in his own right. And he said, well, wait a minute. She did meet him in episode 1 when they were on the planet and when Anakin got his freedom. Like, that all happened. So it was just stuff like that. It's nice to meet your heroes, but sometimes, even then they let you down.
I think there's definitely a difference between the people who spend all their time like trying to make Star Wars and the people who spend all their time just enjoying Star Wars.
Oh, absolutely.
Favreau and Filoni probably have to be looking ahead like decades at this point, series at this point.
I think that's where George is too. When he passed it along.
I hear he's trying to buy it back. There's no way they sell it to him, but
Well, I mean, he's got money, but I don't know if he's got enough.
I mean, $2 billion is not a lot for Disney. They probably make that on Star Wars like a quarter. So, 1 second.
Well, I mean, they had to shut down the hotels, so there's that. What kind of puppy you got over there?
There's some weird puppy. You know, watching rambunctious. He just woke up in my nap. And when he doesn't get up, this is why I don't stream anymore. Because whenever I talk to my computer, he goes fucking crazy.
Normally, I end up with a cat in my chest.
Wow. So I might have to do the rest of the video with this dog on my lap, or else he'll kill me.
What's wrong with that? He's adorable. It improves the video.
We'll just call him a Wampa or something.
It looks like one. No, I'm gonna hear it. My microphone's on the right side, so you're gonna hear like absolutely having horrible relations with the microphone. 37 microphones? See, I pick up jokes, dog. I'm so smart.
Good one. No, AP, what about yourself? Are you farming anything fun that you don't already have, or did you use all that YouTube money to blow it out and open all the packs?
Overestimating how much YouTube money is. I every year or so I do like a video talking about I will pull up my analytics, I'll show people exactly how much money I made, and it always comes out to just about 45% of minimum wage. All right, Liv.
Oh God, that's right.
On my main account. My main account, I'm farming. Fuck, where am I farming? I just finished the unaligned force user, like Jedi Cal, and I just got Malicos to relics. So I'm probably gonna farm Gungans now because I think it's gonna be funny. I'll do like a Gungan Queen Amidala teams, and then on my free-to-play account that started yesterday, I'm farming CLS. Yay!
So are you gonna be excited to the next raid that comes out? What do you think that's gonna be like? Is it something that's gonna make everybody have a headache and vomit at the same time because of motion sickness? Maybe they could be swimming
I've done the
lake or something like that. That'd make them sick.
It's like they take the speeder bike racing, but you're in the ship with Kenobi and Qui-Gon trying to escape the progressively bigger fish. Dude, I've done the raid that we have right now. I've done it 3 times, exactly 3 times. I don't mean like I've done three times from start to finish and a bunch of others where I only did a couple battles. I mean like I've entered the raid 3 times since it's been out. It makes me violently unwell. And it's also boring and takes a lot of time, so I just don't do it. All those raid rewards, I don't have them. I'm sure they were great. I don't have any of them.
Naz, you got any words of wisdom for us?
I'm going to pass that over to AP. What do you got?
Words of wisdom. Yeah, I used to be so good. I can't remember what show it was. Like many years ago, I was like a regular on a podcast. They always asked me to say something stupid. And I always pull up like the greatest nonsense, like words of wisdom ever. And I feel like I've just depleted myself. I used to be so good at just on the rip saying like the most profoundly stupid thing ever. And I feel like I'm letting you guys down at this point because I'm completely fumbling about wisdom at the moment.
Well, you can't let us down here. I mean, you got to realize what you're working with.
You gotta understand how low the bar is set. I mean, I made a joke about a prom dress here. I mean, come on.
We also made comments about 37 microphones, so we got that going for us too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, with gems or I'm on fire today. You're right. You really restored my confidence there. I was letting the program down, but now I feel really great about myself. I feel like I'm a real value add. All right, I guess my words of wisdom will be: you don't need to actually be useful. You just need the person in charge to think that you're useful. I think that's kind of the moral of the story that I got from this episode. So I don't need to be that good, but as long as you guys think that I was good, then that's all that really matters, right?
Absolutely. Well, on that, I'll say keep your powder dry and pinkies up, gentlemen.
Well, my words of wisdom aren't exactly words of wisdom. It's just gonna be a question, so it'll be: have you ever been to a Turkish prison?
Ooh, good one.
That went over my head too.
Watch, it's an old movie, Airplane.
I thought I would have caught it with this like fish hook that's been developing on my forehead at some point. I didn't know when that happened, but
look like Maui's fish hook.
I was gonna say I thought I would have caught that one.
Be like the guy on Guardians of the Galaxy. My reflexes are too fast. I would have caught it.
Drax.
Is that Drax where he thinks he can be invisible?
Yeah.
He stands still.
And eating like corn nuts.
How long have you been standing there? An hour.